Oh yeah, when we go sleep, we know they sleep because of that thing where they blow. And the thing don't spoil all of our water, our insect, they don't die finish. Nothing with the sick people. Now hunger, our children they go school. The inside one will go try pick. And yes, one will go keep and he don't die. Now hungry with them, our children they go school. This thing now with the pick, they carry take our children go school. All for them and with they stay they crop. Nothing there for us, everything don't die finish. Make government come effort. Us for them and we don't finish. We don't know how this thing they take come, but if they come they affect us. We don't die. Our children.
You see that you see a flame coming out. It's Nnpcl Wellhead, operated by Nnpcl 18. So it is as a result, the flame is as a result of bunkering activities happening around here. The president is very clear that there should be zero illegal bunkering activities in Nigeria. And the National Security Advisor is not resting. He has been working day and night to ensure that the president's directive is carried out in full. That is why he has mandated a team from the ONSA, the government security agent, and the operators to come here and for we to have on-the-spot assessment of what is happening and see how we can quickly bring normalcy to this area. Now, the operators, they've assured us that within the next few days, the flame will be put off and the area will be cleaned. So I want to assure the community that in the next few days, the flame you're seeing behind us will be put off and the community will be quickly be cleaned. Having said that, we want to advise the community. They should know that their actions and inactions have consequences. That they can no longer sit down and watch these criminals to come into their community, destroy the environment, and sabotage the Nigeria economy. It's not going to be business as usual. The president is very angry. The National Security Advisor is very, very angry and is doing everything to ensure that the president's directive is carried out. So on behalf of the National Security Advisor, I want to assure the community, I want to tell them that the operators, they will do everything to ensure that the flame is being put up and the environment will also be clean. But they also have a responsibility. Their responsibility is to ensure that this does not occur again. They should know that it can never be business as usual. All hands is going to be on deck to ensure that we don't have a repeat of this incident. Thank you.
Hold on, sir. We were here on Wednesday, and the natives told us that the fire had been burning up to 4 days as at that time, right? When we asked around, they accused the Air Force of having attacked fire camps around here and unwittingly may have damaged the pipelines. I have reached out to the Air Force. They admitted that yes, there was a raid here, but they said they did not the cause of this damage. I would like for you to throw more light or clarify this accusation against the military.
So, when you look at the environment, what tells you that this is a den of bunkering activities? So it's not about Air Force or no Air Force. What is happening here is that the community allowed the criminals to come into this place to destroy the environment and to sabotage the Nigeria economy. Assuming but not considering that you said it's not the Air Force. What brought the Air Force? It's because of the illegal activities here. So the issue is not about throwing blames. It's for we to solve the problem, to ensure that it does not repeat itself again.
When we have security, when we're coming to solve transmitter security, these guys have the federal government's contract to secure pipelines in certain regions in the United States of the country. If things like this happen, then what is the justification for continuing to pay them to do the work that they have been contracted to do?
Yes, transmitter security, their contract, their scope of job does not cover oil well, just pipeline infrastructure. So even what they are doing here for us, it's like we are pushing them beyond their scope of job. Their scope of job does not cover oil well, but pipeline infraction. So you're seeing Tatita here is because we asked them to say, please, go out of your scope of work. Help and start covering the oil well. So you cannot say that Tatita, they are not doing their job. They are doing their job. Their scope of work is just oil pipeline, not oil well. So we are only asking them to help us go beyond their scope of job to secure the oil well.
Finally, because of this situation now that the
there a synergy between the state and federal government to restore hope to this community?
Yes, of course. It's not just this community as a whole. It's all around the Niger Delta. We've been working, like I told you, the National Security Advisor is not resting. He has been working day and night to ensure that there is synergy, there is a coordinated approach in addressing these stupid or these criminals. Thank you.
I want to find out from you next. I want to see this now, this morning. I know any moment from now we'll be leaving. What are we expecting to hear or see? How we come here again? What is the next line of action that you are going to take along with national and all to see that this come to an end any moment from now? Because from the look of things, it appears not habit and spreading.
So I'm not here alone. I'm here with operators as well. So maybe in the next few days, by tomorrow or so, they are going to mobilize their contractors. They've come to do field assessment. So what they are trying to do is to put up all the equipment they need to put up the fire, and they've all put all that in place. By tomorrow, I'm sure that you will have their contractors here, and our agreement with them is that they should try as much as possible within 4 days to end this. So I'm very confident, based on the assurances from the operators and our contractor, that in the next few days, this flame will be put off. But we are not going to end here. We have other oil wells around here that they are still carrying out this illegal activity. We are going to visit it, and you will see it firsthand. So it's not about blaming the efforts. It's about getting to the root cause, not the effect. The cause is that the community allowed these criminals to come into their community, destroy the environment, and sabotage the Nigerian economy. So it's not just here. We are going to visit other oil wells, and you see what is happening. But the good thing is that it will never be business as usual. The National Security Advisor is on top of this. He's been working with all the GSA and the operators to ensure that we have a coordinated approach in addressing this menace. No. When I say community, this is your community. You cannot tell me that what is happening here, you are not aware. That's the truth. And this is not just a one day or one disease. It has been happening for months. So don't claim ignorance. You have to take responsibility. This is your community. You have to take charge of your community. You have to report to the nearest security agents or authority to say, look, this is what is happening. We all have responsibility. So we should not sit down and start throwing blames. First, we should look inward and start solving our problem from within. That is what I'm saying.
For about a month, since early December, we noticed the oil spill. Initially gradual, and over a while, we saw it spilling all around the New Calabar River, going as far as, if you know, to the right, going as far as almost getting to Abonima, past a lot of the villages in Asarito local government. To the left, gone as far as we are going, as though you are going to Cotton Channel, and then as far as near Tombia and Bukuma. So you can see that over a while, it has gone in as far as the fisheries are behind Bukuma. The fisheries, we call it where we call fisheries, where they used to have the government fisheries facility. The Amayabo Kulu, that's all part of this. And I must tell you, yes, the problem, the issue is at the Nnpcl Well 8, run by Nnpcl 18 Limited. It's at the back of Bukuma, separating Bukuma with the New Calabar River. Some of you, you went around and you saw it. So you can see that while it is spewing from the back of one community, which also impacted, by the way, Bukuma is also very impacted now. But the river, all the spill goes across to the community, main community, which is Bukuma. So you can see all our waterfront communities are impacted, and the various towns and villages around Bukuma are also impacted. Now, while we are not here to categorically say, oh, this is the cause, but you know that we all know that three main causes could have been either one or all of them working together, or any of the three alone or working together. First, we are aware that over this oil production has been here here from Oloibiri in 1956, and then of course they came to our side here in the 60s. As a child here, I mean, so early before, much before the war. It's something that we know. All the activities are all around here. So some of those oil facilities and pipes are weak now. So the tendency is anything can happen. So it could be from there. It could also be from illegal bunkering, criminal illegal bunkering, which as a community, the regent has said, we detest it, we reject it. Anybody who is doing that, any of our sons doing that, should know that we as a people, we reject that criminal activity. Stop it. So that's number two. Then number three, which is very key. You know, the military, while trying to disperse these criminal activities, come with helicopter gunships and they will shoot. When they are shooting, it could hit the illegal refineries, but this machine, anything can happen. It can mistakenly even touch the wellhead. It can mistakenly even touch the pipes. So what we are saying is that while we are not categorically saying this is it, but let's note that it could be any of the three working singly or any of the three working together. So let's be mindful of being informed of that. Now, the spill has affected rivers, farmlands, and aquatic systems of the environment, ranging from Buguma, down the Buguma Creek, up to the Kinkiri, up to Ogajama, Kenyama, Atukama, Abiama, Otajama, and of course Bukuma, and many other. These are just the ones we are mentioning. You went to Angolama, I'm sure you saw it. So there are many Upatu. Just any island or any fishing port or community that is around will naturally be impacted. So that is what we are dealing with. And as the regent has said, it has also gone to Edo, which is the next town after Bukuma. We're in one island. Edo and Bukuma in one island. It's smaller town, but they are also there, and their chiefs are also here. So they are also impacted, and we should be aware of that. That the summary is that the new Calabar River, the Bukuma Creek, all around, and it's still moving. The more spills are on, the more they are. Soon they may even get to Abonima. Soon they may get to Iliama, which is our source where we all came out from. What are the impacts that we fear that our people could have and are right today having it? Health risk. Community members have reported skin rashes and breathing difficulties. I will tell you, on the 4th of this January this year, I and my family members took a boat, just a boat tour, just run down from our jetty down to all these places we are talking about around the New Calabar River. And we happened to get to a place and we saw fishermen washing their nets. And we interviewed, I have them on video. What did they say? At that time, they said, look, because of the spill and the pictures, the oil spill is almost as thick as this at their waterfront and in the water. So they can't catch fish. We saw dead fishes, but they said they could get prawns and shrimp, which is deep in the water. And so when they go fishing, you see them washing their oily nets and you see oil. I'm a medical doctor for over 40 years, and I know the implication. It is not just immediate rashes. These potential cancer victims that we are seeing. They are potential cancer victims. I saw all the oil on their bodies. The boats are used. It was in fact, when I saw the thing, I said, look, Mr. Boat Driver, did you go and do bunkering? Why is oil everywhere, inside and outside the boats? And he said he did not. In fact, that was the curiosity that took us there. So you can now see that health risk is there. Economic losses. Of course, they can't catch fish, they can't go farming, they can't get periwinkles, they can't get, even the firewood we get from mangrove, they can't do that. So you can see that the economic activities in the various communities are really impacted, and their families are starving. And of course, environmental degradation that as this spill has caused. We therefore, as a community, plead with Nostra to immediately reach out to us as a community, so that together they can investigate the spill, determine its sources and responsible parties, ensure the responsible party undertake prompt remediation, or at least, even though they can't get, one thing is clear, the owner of the oil facility has a primary duty, responsibility to fix it, irrespective of who caused it. The owner of that facility, which is OML 18 Limited, has a primary thing to tame it, stop the leakage, stop the fire, because as I said, I must add that initially started as a spill. We complained, it was social, it went on everywhere. It wasn't stopped before the fire started, fire started about a week, 2 ago. But this complaint has been over a month ago. So that the responsible party, the owner of the facility, has the responsibility to start immediate work with us, work with the spill committee, work with the communities to get into the matter, to know what to do to immediately tame the spill, the fire, and of course start remediation work. And then very, very importantly, we have a disaster on our hands. You've gone round, ladies and gentlemen of the press, you've gone round, you've seen, we have emergency on our hands. We call on the government, the local government, the state government, the federal government, through the various emergency relief agencies, NEMA, SEMA, and all that, to get immediate relief materials to the various communities. Because, as you've seen, most of them, their source of livelihood is gone. So the thing, and then medical, we need urgent medical attention as well to assuage, to give immediate relief. So please, we plead for immediate relief materials to the affected communities. And then initiate measures to prevent future occurrence in not just our community, but in any and every oil producing community. Here, there are pictures and videos. You've seen, you've taken, you went round, but we also have. Should you need more, we will give you pictures and videos that we have. And of course, you also interviewed first people who went there, the youths and so on, who went there and saw things for you.